Hi, my name is Jim, and I've been tutoring English for a few years now. So in this series, we'll be going through 4 key elements to oral communication. So in the first one, we'll be going through reading aloud, tips and strategies. Some of the assessment objectives that examiners will be looking out for will be how to read with good pronunciation, clear articulation, and appropriate words, being able to read fluently with appropriate expression and rhythm. So again, the objectives is to be able to convey the information, ideas, and feelings well in a passage so that your readers can be very relate to you better and also understand clearly what you're talking about. And in order to do that, you also need to be able to read fluently and be able to time yourself well so that you don't speak too fast or too slow. So in the exam, your examiner might be looking out for some of the, based on some of the rubrics, they might be assessing you based on a few bands. So band number 1 will be being able to clearly and consistently give good pronunciation, being able to fluently read and deliver with appropriate pauses and without any hesitations. And finally, being able to vary your pitch and tone very appropriately in a good setting. We want to achieve band 1 as much as we can, but most of us will be in band 2. Because when we try to read out loud, there will be some errors, and we will try to avoid them as much as we can. But in some sense, there will also be some hesitations when you're trying to deliver your message, when even reading aloud the passage. And we also want to vary our pitch and tone appropriately, but at times we might make the mistake of being inappropriately varying our pitch and tone or being too monotonous. So basically, in terms of the rubrics that we see over here, we want to achieve band 1 and avoid the lower tiers. So some of the tips that I want to teach you for how to better improve reading aloud is firstly really about pronunciation, being able to break down complex words into syllables. So when you're reading aloud the passage, there may be some times when you come across very complex words, such as advertisement. This might be the first time you see such a word, but always note that you can always break down such complex words into smaller syllables, namely advertisement. So this would be very easier for you to communicate with the examiner, even if you don't know how to read. And secondly, is about pronouncing end consonants clearly. For example, Singaporeans instead of Singaporean. We want to note the plurality of such words. So note the 2 sound words. Many times we are surrounded by Singlish in our everyday life, so we might say then and la, but these are words that we must avoid in a proper examination setting, and we want to be able to demonstrate our ability to communicate standard English so that we can impress our examiners. So finally, we also want to be able to practice with pronunciation-focused podcasts and videos. There are many resources now in the internet where you can read aloud with some of the readers accordingly and practice in front of the mirror. In that way, your pronunciation will improve and you can also better learn from others. So next point is about speed and pausing. So we try to maintain our speed at a consistent pace so that it is not too fast or too slow. Of course, each of us have different type of speed that we like to when we talk to our friends and family. So we try to be more comfortable in our own way. But also note that we try to pause at the right time so that we can better convey our message clearly and also create an impact. Because being able to pause at the right time can make a difference in the type of content that you want to deliver to your examiner and even audience. To be able to read expressively, you can remember these 4 letters: H, E, E, Q. So H stands for high and low, being able to start higher in your pitch at the beginning of a sentence and gradually lower your pitch as you approach the end. This is a general tip that can be applied to most of the sentences that you can find in the passage, and it will help to avoid monotony in your reading. Secondly is E, emphasizing the important words. So try to find a keyword in each of the sentence and call attention to it by either raising your volume of your voice, changing tone, or stretching it out. This will help to bring out the issues that might be needed to to bring attention to your reader and your examiner as well. Another E is for exclamation mark. So being able to shoot up your voice straight up in both pitch and volume when you see an exclamation mark will be key to be able to emphasize that this sentence is very important. And finally, Q is for question mark, and you are able to note that there is some form of question involved in this sentence. It will be able to help you help draw the attention to the reader as well. So thank you for joining the section, and I hope to see you in the next section.